Om Shanti. Baba says that deities are doubly non-violent, double ahimsak. It means there's no desire in them. They don't even know what desire is. They are Ichcha Matram Avidya. And so, as a consequence, they neither give sorrow to anyone nor take sorrow from anyone, neither mentally nor physically. As Baba's child, in this most elevated confluence age, I need to become an embodiment of that same quality now. So I check. Do I have any desires? Ichcha. I begin by paying attention to the mind. Because it is in the mind that desires first appear in the form of thoughts. If I, the soul, focus on those thoughts, then the fundamental principle of focus and growth, which is wherever attention goes, energy flows and things grow. That becomes true. This means my very attention gives them energy. Before I know it, the thought begins to grow. The thought turns into a feeling, and soon it begins to pull me. Let's take a simple example. Suppose a thought of a chocolate bar appears. If I, the soul, start to engage with this thought, the next thing I notice is a craving that arises. That means I, the soul, became lost in that thought. And that's when I forget that I am innately happy myself, and that my true happiness doesn't come from fulfilling the mind's desires. If I then act on the thought and eat the chocolate, my mind feels that it has quenched its craving. It assumes that the chocolate gave me happiness. But in reality, at the moment of eating, the mind stopped seeking. It stopped craving. And for a few seconds, there was a pause in the activity of the mind. And in that pause, the mind experienced the soul's innate silence, my innate peace and happiness. But due to old conditioning, the mind mistakenly believes that the chocolate gave me that feeling of happiness. When in fact, what the mind truly longs for is to taste again the holiness of the soul itself. The purity, the sanctity, the innate qualities of the soul is what the mind longs for. Because deep within, the mind remembers. It has experienced the holiness of the soul eternally in Paramdham, and again in the Golden Age deity stage. So the only true yearning of the mind is to be merged once again in that purity, in that sanctity, in the silence of the soul, that bliss. But due to habits from the Copper Age onwards, mind keeps searching outside. And this constant seeking, this forgetting of truth, is violence to the soul. Because it goes against soul's very nature. Soul, in its innate nature, is desireless, beyond any cravings, any seeking. It is complete in itself. And that's why when the soul gives attention to such desires in the mind, it forgets its truth. It is suffocating to the soul. And that is violence to the soul. And this same equation applies to all vices equally. So how do I deal with thoughts of desire? By becoming Manmanabhav. This is the mantra that keeps me doubly non-violent. I, the soul, surrender every thought to Baba in my truth. And I don't allow it to turn into action. And if a thought of guilt arises because there was a thought of desire, then that too is only another thought, not my truth. I surrender that also to Baba. And by doing so, I, the soul, remain safe and keep my sanctity, my holiness. Om Shanti.